I'm curious to know, what is your most valuable asset?
My most valuable asset is my kids. I have a daughter in law school. I have a young daughter. She's in swimming, and she's actually in the track meets, and she's doing very good. And that's my most valuable assets, my kids. Because at the end of the day, I want them to be 10 times bigger than whatever I ever dreamed about.
And what's one lesson you need to teach them, well, that they need? What's one lesson you teach your kids, like, I guess, most often? Like, you constantly remind them of this one thing. What's this one thing you always make sure that your children know?
I teach my children that you are in control of you. Meaning, no peer pressure, no other people could tell you what to do with your life. You control your own destiny.
And you read books?
Of course.
What's some of the books that you've already read that are like really dope that you can recommend to us? A lot of us are avid readers.
Okay, the book that I would tell people to read is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Very good book. The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of War, The Secret, Seed of the Soul. Books like that. It's interpersonal books. But my favorite book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because after I read that book, it opened up my eyes to a whole new way of thinking about money.
Did you read that book prior to you getting into investing, or did you read that book during or after?
Prior. Actually, my brother-in-law, he invests and he has a lot of things going on, and he knew that I was going into this situation, so he gave me the idea to read the book, because I always talk to him about investments and finance and stuff, because you always have to surround yourself with smarter people. You can't be the smartest person in the room. That's a true statement. If you are, then you're not learning nothing. So I used to pick his brain, and he told me about the book. And now I have learned how to write my own business statements, my own business proposals, and stuff like that. So with me reading the book, it gave me an education on finance that I needed to know, that I was oblivious to.
All right. I just got a couple more questions and then we'll get out. We're winding down now. You have a post on your Instagram. I want to ask you about a couple of your posts. One of them is, I refuse to go broke, trying to prove I'm not broke to people who are broke. What is that like? Can you expound on that a little bit?
Yes. When a person has money, or when a person has money, they should never have to try to appease other people and stuff their money. That's the last thing they should do, because now you're spending your money just to show people that you have money that don't even have money. So you see the cycle? It's non-productive when you can be investing that money. You know, everybody likes things. Everybody has a vice. I have a vice. I like jewelry. I like cars. But I own my house. I have investments. I have properties. My daughter doesn't have no debt in college. So at the end of the day, your priorities must be in order for you to do nice things. I tell anybody, your first big purchase should be your house. And your house should be no more than 10% of what you're worth. If your
At
house
any given time.
At any given time. If your house is worth, let's just say your house is worth 40% of what you're worth. Just say, for instance, if you're worth $1 million and your house is worth $400,000 and your house burned down, you're done. You're done. You see what I'm saying? So if you have $1 million and you have $100,000 condo, and you invest in the $900,000, in 10 years, you're going to triple that. You see what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yes.
What is some, let's stay on that money thing. I like the $1 million example. If you had, let's say you have like $500 to invest.
Mm-hmm.
What would you wisely invest $500 into right now?
Well, first you would have to learn the stock market and understand what's a good stock to invest your money in. But first, I would tell people to invest in a Roth IRA. You get your IRA, so when you finish working and in 25 years you have a nest egg to fall back on, and it's a tax exempt with Roth IRAs. There's two types of IRAs, an IRA and a Roth IRA. I always tell people, get a Roth IRA. And then there's another thing that a lot of people doesn't want us to know. Just say, for instance, if you have a savings account in a bank, right? Just say, for instance, you're banking with Chase, right? And you have $25,000 in your savings, but it's just sitting there, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to tell you that. You can go into Chase and tell them you want to invest that $25,000 into a money market managing account. So now you don't have to go full aggressive. You could go safe or you could stay in the middle. I always tell people go in the middle. And you don't just get stocks. You get bonds, you get mutual funds, you get stocks. So that way it's three different trade-offs. So the money is going to stay there. But now that $25,000 that you're saving is making interest and making you money instead of just sitting there. Money is made, it's called currency. It's made to move. It's not made to just sit around. So if you have $25,000 in a bank account and just in your savings, go to your bank and tell them you want to invest it into a stocks, bonds, and mutual fund account, and you'll start to see that money jump. But these are the things that we're not educated on.
Mm.
So that's what I would tell people to invest their money in. You can invest 500, you can invest 500,000. At the end of the day, you must make your money make you more money.
Mm.
That's the bottom line.
Have you ever read the Richest Man in Babylon?
I actually haven't.
Okay.
And since you said it, I mean, I will get it and read it. But at the end
it's exactly what you just, it's one of the greatest financial books ever. But it explains exactly what you just said. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, say for instance, right? If you want to, if you have a money marketing account, right? And you need to spend $10,000. You call your stock broker up and you say, listen, I need $10,000 by X, Y, and Z. I need you to aggressively make me this by this time period. So now they're going to take the money out, invest it, and now after the fees and everything, you get your $10,000. But they're not going to give you the $10,000 until they make $20,000 and put the $10,000 back, instead of just taking out your money.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you learn how to manage your money like that, you will always have money.
Mm.
You know, and the big flashy things really don't mean nothing. That's just, like I said, to appease other broke people, because the richest people don't have those type of stuff. You know, when I go into the bank and I'm dealing with the brokers that I deal with, and the people that's sitting next to me and all that, they wear flip-flops, white t-shirts, and beach shorts. But they have a lot of money. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to change my way of thinking.
Hey, Ma! I'm on TV!